A story a day.
I was just saying to those of you who've been asking, who is this amazing big voice? That is Masauti himself. His first song is called Nuru Lane. One of the biggest voices of the year 2017 into 2018, I'm telling you. And if some of these voices do not watch out, Masauti will just take over one day. And you've heard the intro and you know what time it is. It's time for Story a Day. I'm happy to be sharing this studio today with one of my closest friend, someone who we've grown around with, hustling and trying to make things out, looking up to some of us. But he went and forged his own way and decided, you know what, the stage is mine and I will take over and be whatever everyone thought that I would not be. But all I know, and I met him when I think things had already opened up for him, but I've never known the other part of this story. That's why most of you call him Karis Ambarigani. You watch him on Church Live, you watch him in so many other comedy shows, but he's here with us to tell us his story. Ni aje Buda? Karibu sana. Ambarigani. That is what everybody knows about you. Yes. So you were brought up while smiling and everything was good from the word go. Where?
You know, there's nothing that starts. If you start comedy, especially comedy, with a silver spoon, it's not a bad thing, but I don't think you'll go far. Because comedy comes from your best jokes were about your sufferings, what you have gone through. And most of them were the same for me. Because I remember I didn't start with comedy.
What did you start with?
I started with
set books.
Nilikuwa pale gege na kesha watoto wa shule. And I remember my first set what I did. I went for auditions at the Kenya National Theatre. I was selected, but later on they called me and told me that we are going to do rehearsals for the next 1 month at the Arboretum. And at that time I was staying in Kayole. I've been brought up in Kayole.
Kwani kila mtu alizaliwa Kayole?
Kayole ndio inatoa talent bana. Calligraph tulikuwa na yeye the same class. From class 1 to class 8.
Shule gani?
Imara Primary.
Ndio mulikuwa huko?
Mimi hata nashangaa. Headmaster mwenyewe hakuwa na kizungu. Calligraph alitoa. Mimi naona here is your daddy calligraph. Tulikuwa tunamuita Brian huko.
Brian huko.
Sasa tunashinda So that is where we started. And when I went after high school and I think I did drama when I was in high school. My first term when I joined high school. I wanted to do something interesting. So the first term I joined the football team. Nilikuwa nacheza namba 7. Lakini kama Arsenal hatukuwa tunafunga. So the next time I joined drama. Nikaona drama ya shule yetu pia haiendi bali, inaishia zonals. Nikaona there's no exposure. So I joined music. Music ndio at least I used to sing bass 2. Najua unashangaa sana sauti bass 2. As you can see, bass 2. So I think that's where I got the interest of performing and the stage. Because after that I used to go for drama, music. At times I went for hockey as water boy.
You were trying everything.
I was trying everything. So when I cleared high school, I needed to be somewhere. And I needed to join campus. But at that time, my mom couldn't afford.
For you to go to campus.
So I stayed at home for 2 years before joining campus. So immediately...
So you eventually joined campus?
Yes.
Okay.
After 2 years. Because there was no way I could have joined campus and I'm seeing the situation at home. So what I did immediately, I didn't want to be idle. I joined an acting group. So that's when I went for audition. I got selected for the auditions. And they called me. They told me, we're starting rehearsals at the Arboretum. And we're going to do it for 1 month. I only had fare for 1 day. So I went back home. I recollected myself and I told myself, I think this is for another day because
This is not what you wanted
yes,
to do.
there's no way I can manage to be going to town for
Every
a full
day.
month for rehearsals so that I can go for traveling. So I went back home. I started doing small things, and there was a cyber that I was going. I liked browsing a lot because I was applying for colleges in the United States. Something was telling me that you're going to be selected. They will pay your flight. And I got admitted at Michigan University. I got a letter. They told me you're admitted, so I was to use the letter to get my visas, and I was to do TOEFL, exams for English. But now nikaenda pia TOEFL, it was 30,000 sina. Mamangu akaniuliza kama ya TOEFL hauna ya Michigan nitatoka wapi. So I wanted just to join Michigan so that I can apply for a scholarship, because at that time you couldn't apply if you don't have an admission number.
So you had an admission number for Michigan University.
I had an acceptance letter.
Acceptance letter. So once you get to Michigan, that's when you are to be admission
number. Once you have an admission number,
you could
are
apply
eligible for application for sponsorship. I didn't manage. So I used to go to that cyber a lot. So the guy told me, we don't have a worker for this cyber, and the other one, he's not doing well, he's not good. So I started working there.
As a cyber attendant.
Yeah. Before then, I knew cyber cafe was just a cafe like any other cafe. So I thought they were serving tea. But now I started doing a lot of cyber attendance. And the cyber really grew because guys were coming in. I was very sharp at that time. Nilikuwa nawasaidia, printing, typing, nachukua hii. So the guy opened another one, and the turnover for that cyber, it doubled for the first 2 months. So he told me he has another one. That was in Kayole. The second one was in Komarok. So he took me to Komarok. I doubled the sales.
That now you are the manager.
Now I was co-manager, co-IT guru. So everything I was doing. So we were very good friends with the guy. He was an old man. And one day, he took me to Kayole because he had a small vehicle. He took me to Kayole to attend on the cyber in Kayole. And that was his last day. In the morning, I'm being called that the guy passed on. He got a heart attack.
Wow. May his soul rest in peace.
Yes, it was a shocker. So we are there. The cybers can't open. One thing, I'm very sad for his family. The wife didn't know about the cyber. She was doing other works. So when she came back, she didn't know where to start, first of all. So what she did, she decided to close one cyber and concentrate with one. So we closed down the cyber at Komarok.
Where you are?
Where I was. So there was something interesting because when she told me that, I told her, it's okay. I asked her, what are you going to do with these computers? She told me, I'm going to take them to the cyber in Kayole. I told her, do you have an IT specialist to do that? She told me, no. I told her, I am one. I've never done any networking, cabling. I've never done it. But I told myself, if I'm going home, I need a retirement package. So I knew I'll be paid for that a month and for networking. So she told me it's okay. They brought the computers. They arranged them. I started connecting them to Wi-Fi, to power sockets and everything. Amazingly, it worked. And she said, you are not going anywhere. So we were with her there. But now we were 3. What happened? Our salary were slashed because we are 3.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, she's there also. It made sense, economical sense. But after a while, the business could not sustain itself. So she had to let go of one employee. And it was very sad because we saw her struggle. And we told her, you know what? I think we can do better. You have a family, but we are still young. We are starting. You just handle this business because you already know how it operates and how it works. And that's how I stopped being a cyber attendant. I went back to set books. That is after I think 6 months. At least now I had capital to go to town to do everything. So I went back, but it was too late, and they told me there's no acting slot. So what I became a marketer for them. So I was going to schools
and telling guys,
my bingo players later, they are coming here, and so if you get more than 200 kids at each paying 150, the theater takes 130, so you have 20. So that was the commissions that I was getting, and it was good, but it was very seasonal because marketing is not like acting. If you get 3 schools, that's it, because you are like 20 marketers. But you see, for an actor, you don't care. You have a show each and every weekend. So it was really hard. But I started also, I went to the director. He's a very good guy, a good friend of ours, called Tom. And at that time, we were doing, it was Shreds of Tenderness. I remember that book. And there's another book that he produced CDs that we duplicated and we were selling. So I was going to schools. I tell them about the play, and also after the play, I tell them we have CDs. So we were selling them. So I was making a killing in 2 ways. So if I sell one CD at 150, he gets 120. Because I didn't have, he didn't give me a salary at the end of it all. So we were dealing on commissions throughout.
Wow. From that point, when we come back, we will know how, from his commission of 20 shillings per student, 20 shillings from TV, that is 40 shillings, how he made it through and got a chance to audition for Churchill show, and now became one of the top comedians in this country. Teddy Otieno is here with us. It's top of the hour, and we are ready for the news.